Johan, what up? Should Miami trade up to get a better prospect? If so, then which team? If not, who do you think Miami will select 29th overall in the first round? Johan, what I would tell you is go check out our Miami Dolphins YouTube channel where I actually broke down 10 prospects that I thought the Dolphins could take at 29. Usually, I'm not team trade up, and for this example as well, I'm going to tell the Dolphins to not trade up at 29. Maybe you can get an offensive lineman to fall to you. Maybe you can get a wide receiver like a Chris Olave that ends up falling down as well. I like Raymond, the kid out of Central Michigan, but I'm going to say no because the Dolphins have so many pieces that they need to be able to build around, whether it's running back, wide receiver, offensive line. Hold on to your picks because if you're going to go up in the first round, you're probably going to have to give away some of those first rounders. You got 2 next year, so no. Let's go to Winter Skull 69. Should Miami trade Gaskin or Davante Parker? I mean, you're going to get more out of Davante Parker than you would Myles Gaskin, who was a 7th-round pick. The issue is this. Davante Parker, nobody's going to debate his talent. Nobody's going to debate how good of a player he can be. But he's always injured, and he's wants a little bit too much money. Miami essentially gave him a hefty deal after having one good season. Are teams maybe interested in Parker? Winning teams? Sure. I just know if I was an NFL organization, I wouldn't pay Davante Parker the amount of money, and then on top of what you're going to have to give up to go out and get him.
From Pierce Bailey, if you are the Dolphins GM, do you build around Tua this draft, or do you try to shop him for picks or another QB? I'm not interested in adding a different QB in this draft, and I don't value the QBs that highly. Now, if you could promise me a Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, I mean, how can I say no? Like, those guys are franchise QBs in the short term. If Watson's clear, throw him in there too, but off-field stuff's a concern there. So, beyond that, I would build around Tua in this year's draft. I would owe it to myself as a team to, look at other QBs, but filling a big name, I'm just going to build around Tua because I'm not out on Tua as a QB.
Let's go to the Gray Warden Herald. If Brian Flores is telling the truth about Miami Dolphins, should the NFL force the Dolphins owner to sell before the draft? Yes. If everything comes out true and we find out now, he should sell the team right now. Because I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think Pete Rose should be in the MLB Hall of Fame. And if Pete Rose, the greatest hitter, one of the greatest hitters of all time, can't be in the Baseball Hall of Fame, how can you ever explain to me why Stephen Ross, who's telling people that you should tank to get better draft picks, should be allowed to be an owner? If I was running the NFL, no. Stephen Ross, get the hell out of there. Let's go to Boss Rarkley. Could the Dolphins trade for Christian McCaffrey? I saw some rumors out there circulating that the Dolphins could have some interest actually trading for McCaffrey. They need a running back. They have plenty of capital. The issue is this. Not only does the Dolphins have the most salary cap space right now, so they could pay the money to go out and get McCaffrey. If you give a first-round pick, like right now, if I'd say, hey, I will give you my 29th overall pick for McCaffrey, I think Carolina should do it, and I think the Miami Dolphins should do it. So for that reason, yes. If Christian McCaffrey does get traded, if some news and rumors start popping up around McCaffrey being on the trade block, I'm going to be making a McCaffrey trade destination video. If he does get dealt, we'll make a video here on the show. To make sure you never miss any news, rumors, mailbag, segments, hit the subscribe button right now.
From Winter Skull 69, should Miami trade for someone like Tony Pollard? Great idea in theory. I don't see the Cowboys moving on from Tony Pollard. What I would do if I were Miami, since Pollard's only got 1 year left on his deal after this year anyway, I would consider drafting somebody early-ish. I'm not a big running backs early guy. It's just not, I think, good use of value. But Miami's also invested, I think, the least amount of any team in the NFL at the running back position. You can spend a day 2 pick, an early day 3 pick on that position. You can take somebody like a Kyron Williams out of Notre Dame and Isaiah Spillard of A&M and get good production there. So I'm down to look at the trade options, but I might just draft somebody too. From Ooh Boy, are the Dolphins the favorite for Calvin Ridley when the Falcons trade him? I've seen a lot of reports linking Ridley to Miami. I get that. You pair Calvin Ridley, Jalen Waddle, and damn, that's super fun. I don't know if Miami ends up getting him. I don't know what they would. What does they want in a trade? If the Falcons just want a second rounder, heck yeah, Miami, go do it. If they want a first, I kind of need that pick, I think, for offensive line help. So I do think there is a very good chance Ridley gets dealt. I don't know if Miami ends up making the most sense, because I think there are other teams that would need to invest a premium pick in a receiver. So I want you guys to shoot your shot. What team will trade for Calvin Ridley? Is it the Browns? Is it the Dolphins? Let me know in the comments section. From Keep It Together Francis, what's the most likely trade for Deshaun Watson? Ooh, good question. The Giants claim they're out. The Dolphins claim they're out. I don't know if I believe them in the end. A lot of this comes down to, does he get cleared off the field? I think from a draft asset perspective, Philadelphia and New York make a lot of the New York Giants, make a lot of sense for just the trade value there. Maybe a dark horse team gets involved. Could like Minnesota jump in the mix there and move on from Kirk Cousins in some capacity? Could the Steelers get wild? Could Denver get wild? I think all those teams make sense, but until we know what the off-the-field stuff looks like, who knows? From Lakers All Day Dope, should the Dolphins trade Parker or X? I don't want to trade Xavier Howard. He's still really good. He's important for you. Maybe he wants out this year. We'll see. I think Davante Parker probably makes the most sense, though his trade value is lower. Miami's in a weird spot. I don't think they blow it all up because they still have Tua on the cheap. So I think of the two, Parker, but teams will have more interest in Xavier Howard in the end.
Let's go to Kevin McFlurry. What's your Super Bowl pick? Well, I wish I would have known that it was going to be Bengals and the Rams a few months ago. I would have made a hell of a bet. I bet on the Bengals to cover because they were 4-point underdogs. The over-under in this game is 49 points. All I know is this. At this current point, I have bet on the Bengals to cover the 4-point spread. But what do y'all think here? Super Bowl prediction. Type R for the Rams. Type B for the Bengals. Let me know down in the comments section who you got. I'm going to type my B for Cincinnati, though I also wouldn't mind to see Matthew Stafford win a Super Bowl. It'd be a really cool story from top to bottom, and the fact that the Bengals were the number 1 overall pick back in 2019 is an absolutely incredible story. I think the ratings will be down a little bit, but I'll enjoy watching this game. I'm going to type B for Bengals, but you guys can let me know who you got.
From Mr. Stegosaurus, we saw with the Bengals. What is the surprise team for next year if everything goes well? I say Jags or Bears. I mean, I think you're hitting the right area of like young quarterback taking the big time leap forward. I think you got two good names from that perspective. I think if you're trying to stick in the same mold of young QB, trying to go on the rise, haven't been very good, those are the ones that jump out to me since they were pretty bad last year. If you really want to get crazy, I don't think it'll be the case. Houston also fits a similar mold. Now I'll mention the Giants if they can get a better QB in there. We are not that far away from 278,000 subscribers here on Chat Sports. So if you want free videos every day on the NFL, the NBA, and more, hit that big red button and subscribe. From Taylor Holland, who will cost more? It's a super chat, by the way. Thank you, Taylor. Who will cost more, Rodgers or Wilson? I think Rodgers. But I don't think they're that far apart. Rodgers probably has a shorter shelf life, but he's playing better right now. So I would go Rodgers, but I think it's that far apart. If you want to bet on the NFL draft, do it with BetUS. 125% deposit bonus at chatsports.com/bet when you use promo code NFL Daily. The number 1 overall pick odds are as follows. Aiden Hutchinson, plus 150. Kayvon Thibodeau, plus 160. Evan Neal, plus 200. Ika Ekwonu skyrocketed to plus 400 after Dane Brugger put him at number 1. Jags need OT more than they need edge help, but the better players are Hutch and Thibodeau. And then QB Kenny Pickett, way down there, plus 2,500. Bet on the NFL with BetUS. Promo code NFL Daily gets you a 125% deposit bonus at chatsports.com/bet.
Now, here's my next question. I wish I was out in Las Vegas for this, but unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to be stuck in Dallas, and it's going to be 19 degrees. I'm going to be freezing my nipples off. But will you guys be watching the Pro Bowl? I want you to type P for Pro Bowl or type N for No Bowl. I usually do not watch the Pro Bowl, and the amount of ends that are coming right now in the live chat doesn't surprise me at all. Though I do like the skills competition. I was a fan of when they did like the whole dodgeball thing, but the players don't take it all that seriously. I do think it's a good opportunity to try out new rules, a good opportunity to try out a few new things with how bad as what the NFL officiating has been in the playoffs and realistically major points of the season. I'd be interested to see if they can get robots involved. I mean, if AAA baseball can do it for umpires, why not in the NFL Pro Bowl game?
From Pierce Bailey, top NFL QBs under the age of 27. Okay, so I got to think who's actually under the age of 27. So Joe Burrow's in there. I don't think Kyler Murray is in there. Lamar's in there. Herbert's in there. Is Mahomes under 27? I'm pretty sure he is. So if that's the case, I think I just named the top guys under the age of 27. Let me double check Mahomes' age. He's 26. So then, yeah, Mahomes, Burrow, Herbert, Kyler, and I think Lamar. Oh wait, Josh Allen is under 27 too, right? Let me double check that. I'm not Rain Man with ages. He's 25. So then, yeah. So no order: Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. Final answer, except for the guy that I somehow forgot. For more NFL videos, latest news, rumors, trades, draft, free agency, all of it, hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos every single